Story 1. My wife wants a threesome for her birthday. My wife and I have been married for about a year now. She is turning 30 soon, and as she and I were discussing what she wanted for her birthday, she said that she wanted a threesome. She said she wants to try adding another partner into the mix. I'm not gonna lie, I was taken aback, and my gut reaction was to feel a little hurt, as if all the work and effort I put in to please my wife in the bedroom isn't good enough. I think she saw that and was very quick to clarify that she still loves being intimate with me and loves my body, but that she wants to explore her sexuality and try having sex with a girl. She said that she's bi-curious, which is a phrase I've never heard before. She said she has someone in mind that she's discussed being bi with and who has suggested maybe trying a threesome to explore this aspect of herself. When she said that, that kind of felt like a betrayal, like she's been flirting with and talking to someone else about potentially having sex with them. I just would never flirt with anyone outside of our marriage or talk to anyone else about having sex with them. I felt kind of hurt in that moment, and I told her I would think about it, and we haven't talked about it since, but things have been super awkward. I love my wife very dearly. I like to think that I'm the kind of guy that would climb into the sky and tear a star down for her if she asked for it. And my feelings for her would not change if she concluded that she really is bisexual and came out as such. And a very horny part of me honestly does think it would be super hot to watch her with a girl. And I understand that she's not doing this to try to hurt me or hurt our marriage, but rather to try to get to know herself better. But I am just not sure I want to open our bedroom to a third partner. I don't think that it's right for our relationship. I feel like sex is a really sacred, intimate part of our relationship that is just for her and me. I don't want to add another partner. I like monogamy. I'm probably the only straight guy in the world who doesn't want to have a threesome with his wife and another woman. Again, the horny part of me thinks it will be hot. But my brain and my heart are telling me that I should say no, even if it's what my wife really wants. Edit, she and I talked about this today. I asked who the girl was, and it's my absolute least favorite of all of her work friends here, which confirms my theories that her friend, who now is just a porn star. She makes enough money on OnlyFans to pay all of her bills now, is just a predator trying to pick apart our relationship. I don't even want to be around this woman even with clothes on, and I especially don't want to be in a sexual situation with her. I told her that I don't want to open our bedroom to a third party. She pouted for a while, but she agreed that if that's what I think is best for our marriage that she'll drop it. We'll find other ways to explore her sexuality together. I think the idea turned her on, but she wasn't too committed to it actually coming true. I hate being the guy that has to keep telling her no to some of these wilder sex ideas though. I honestly feel kind of bad, because I told her we shouldn't post our sex tape, which was a turn on for her, and now I'm telling her no on this. I don't want her to feel like I'm restricting her, and I don't want to restrict her. I just want to maintain good boundaries for our marriage. We talked about the emotional cheating aspect, and how I wasn't comfortable with her talking to her friend about it first, and she gave me more details and let me read the texts. 100% it was her friend goading her and egging her on. Which is a relief, and I feel dumb for ever doubting my wife's loyalty. This is only an idea that her friend has brought up in the last few weeks, so she's been pretty quick in bringing the idea up to me. Here's my thoughts about this story. You should not feel guilty about having boundaries in your marriage. And it is okay to say no. But unfortunately, the countdown clock is ticking towards the expiring date of your marriage. You can put in all the work and effort in pleasing your wife. But the woman, it's not all about the physical or even the visual. It's about imagination and adventure. And it doesn't help that she's being influenced by a bad friend. Your wife seems to be very impressionable and is being influenced by her friends. So you have to be watchful over the people she hangs around with. Otherwise, it will come back to bite you. Story 2. Wife cheated at concert TLDR. My wife cheated, confessed right away and wants to work through things, but I have no idea if I should try or how to even start that process. A couple nights ago, my wife of 2 years went to a metal show with a friend who was providing a professional service to the band, so she got to hang backstage beforehand for a couple hours. I didn't think much of this, she has done this before. It's a buddy system type thing, so her friend isn't alone with men she doesn't know, and my wife gets to see and meet bands she's into. She texted me throughout like usual. She seemed off when she got home that night, but just said she was extremely tired, and it was super late, so I didn't think much of it. The next morning, she confesses to me in tears that she ended up alone with one of the band guys for maybe half an hour and they ended up talking, then flirting, then more. The extent of what happened is she sat in his lap, they made out, and she felt up the outline of his dick through his pants. He asked for more and asked her to meet him after the show. She claimed she said no to both. She says I can contact her friend to fact check that they left together immediately after the show, but I haven't contacted her yet. She can't exactly give me a reason why this happened. She's a fan and was flattered by the attention and was just caught up in the moment and it was a mistake, etc. I mostly believe that's all that happened, but I'm having trouble imagining that I can get past this. I feel sick and like I'm in shock. I don't feel angry right now, and I can tell my wife is hurting and guilty. I want to try and give this a chance at least, but I have no idea where to start. Has anyone had success with something like this? Or should I trust my gut reaction that I'll never feel the same about her? I think this post was deleted from another sub, but I'm desperate to connect with someone over this. I'm too ashamed to talk to my friends about it. I'm sorry if it's too soon for an update, but I got a lot more info, so figured I should share for people that read my first post. Thanks for all for advice and just reading my story. If nothing else, I feel less alone in this. I figured she would just lie, but I decided to reach out to my wife's friend anyway. She asked if she could call me and that I should take it somewhere private, so I went out to my car. Here's how she told me things went down. I put all this in order as the convo was very jumbled. Prior to the show, my wife made some comments to the friend that band guy was attractive and asked her friend if she thought she had a chance, hypothetically. Friend said she thought it was odd, but figured she was being light jokey. The band guy and my wife were flirting heavily and openly in front of the friend the whole time backstage. To the point where the friend texted my wife asking her WTF her problem was. Friend left them alone not even close to a half hour, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, while she went to her car to put her supplies back and came back to find them as my wife described, sitting in his lap and making out. Prior to leaving them alone, she had asked my wife to go with her and my wife repeatedly refused. They broke it upon friend coming back. Band guy thanked friend for her services but called her a cockblock. He asked if they wanted to party after the show, to which the friend said no and my wife said yes. Friend practically dragged my wife back to her car after the show, and only then did my wife begin to panic about friend possibly telling me. Friend told her she wasn't sure what she would do. But her friend is pissed at my wife and told me she's decided to cut her off. She feels she made her look unprofessional and like a groupie herself, and she's very mad she had to walk to her car alone at night because of her. And she's disappointed in her for cheating like that. So, there you have it. It's likely my wife didn't do anything more than what she said, but she definitely would have. She lied about it and tried to get ahead of the truth. Yeah, I'm done, I'm pretty sure. Let me get this straight. Your wife tagged along with a friend, and the friend's job is to offer professional service to the band, which means that she was working while your wife was goofing off. Your wife was just tagging along because she's a groupie. And then your wife got into a situation where she was making arrangements to bang one of the band members, and she already made out with one of them. But her friend stopped it from moving forward. Maybe, I guess, because she has morals. And then she gave your wife an ultimatum to confess. Otherwise, she was going to expose her. Which means that the only reason you heard about this and the only reason your wife confessed is because she was forced to do so. And you're considering staying with her? Man, I would give you a red card for being a simp. And get her friend some flowers because she is the hero of this story. Let me know what you think about these two stories below. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful day.